Welcome to One Word Today. I'm Sophia, piloting to the Universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpack some equestrian age concepts. So yesterday we talked about chance or machine, 机, and today we're talking about 械, which you can see both here in 机械工程, and they depart from the original meaning in our contemporary context when technology allows us to, you see, machine, instrument, craft, procedure is a Chinese mechanical engineering. We translate this contemporary discipline or science and technology subject as 机械工程. So 械, it started from a different, because in the past we don't have the mechanical engineering. However, someone when translate such concept that's foreign to the Chinese language context, they pick up this one, this 械, as the instrument, even if this 械 was used in a totally different context. Okay, simplified traditional look the same. And when we mostly unpack this 2,000 years ago script dictionary, you can see the wood on the left side, which signifies the material that this mechanism is made of, is made in wood. And then the right side, the top portion, you see all these pointy things, is 戈, is a weaponry. And I guess in peacetime, it's farm tool, because back then, majority of the population on the land are farmers, and only a minority group of people who are literature men or have the literacy and was able to use the language and communicate, right? So their concept here is this pointy stuff was, I guess, a transformed way or simplified way to depict ancient times farming slash weapon commonly seen. So everybody knows what they're talking about. So this is an ancient tool of sort, right? And then the bottom are the left and right hand reaching in to this 2D frame from the bottom of the frame. So Chinese is a first person perspective language. Here you see from the bottom of the screen, that means it's near to you. It's from your point of view, almost like you're playing a game. These are your hands reaching into the screen. So this is two hands of yours holding this weaponry. Together, it's pronounced as a 借. You see here is a 械, but it's pronounced as 借 without the wooden side. And this 戒 means forbidden, or you guard something. So basically is you, from your perspective, or your hands are holding this supposedly weaponry to stop somebody from doing something. So you're kind of maintaining order or boundary from your perspective. Okay, so this 戒 then paired with the wooden sign means something that's used as a tool to maintain order or keep a boundary. Otherwise, it's going to be punished. So in ancient times, the whole thing, this 械, was used to contain somebody who broke the law. And then this, in today's lingo, is a community, but of course, back then it's government, whoever is in the authority position, to have this shackles put on the lawbreakers so that they lose their freedom or the ability to continue causing harm to the society, of course, from the perspective of the authority. So the shackles here was the original use of this wooden tool. Okay, but in today, we no longer use that as so first, we no longer use wood to contain people. To the real shackles in today is not made of wood anymore. So this instrument was transferred from the original purpose to apply to other kinds of purpose, like tools that's specialized for containing a person. And 机械. So 机, even if it's a chance, we know from yesterday it's a kind of a crossbow mechanism. So the whole mechanical part that you can trigger, you can shoot the arrow out. That's 机, and 械 is this shackles that used to keep people in place. Your, I guess the prisoners' treatment back then was discontainment was used then as the instrument concept. And then gong and chong, gong is the ancient craftsman tool, I believe it's called the trying square, that is used to measure the complete 90-degree angle, I guess, when making stuff, furnitures or buildings, right? So this is ancient craftsman's tool. Very simple. It's like a sideways letter H. And that's our craft symbol. And then we have Cheng as procedure. So because it's a procedurally, you have to follow the best practice to get it right. So 机械工程 is mechanical engineering. 缴械投降. So here, 械 means weapons in general. And 缴械, 缴 means you submit, you surrender. You submit your weapons and then you surrender. The surrender was made of toe, like you throw yourself on the ground. And 降 means you know you're at loss. You show through behavior that you're no longer in a fighting position. You submit. Okay, so 械斗. Okay, weapons fight. This particular expression happened in a particular historical time in China during the Cultural Revolution, when the law and order back then was totally destroyed. Not only the education destroyed, the regular societal function was destroyed back in those. It's like a huge decade-long experiment on society. And 械斗 was this particular phenomenon of civilians without military training, or maybe some are got some military training. Civilians, they fight against each other. So it's people against people, like regular people against regular people. And they were divided into different camps, different ideologies. Each one insists they are the right side. And they somehow get hold of from the military, I guess, weapon storage to fight with firearms. And that's called 械斗. And you can see the result is like amplified of the bloodiness of the event. So I don't know exactly the number, but those 10 years, those kind of hellish existence in this particular era in China got this phenomenon of 械斗. Because if this is a real wartime from between different countries, you will understand. Like you got to arm your army, right? That's why it's called army. You have the armed forces to fight, between different regimes. But this is within a country. It's a civilians fighting against each other with armed fight. So basically, it's a weaponry. Um, it's happening in a supposedly peacetime, but the blood is the form within the same country. So it's quite a phenomenon. Instead of law and order, back then, killing people, like killing your neighbor in the name of ideology, was the same. And I don't know exactly what happened. I didn't live in that era. I only hear hearsays and whatever left after the cleansing of history by the government, right? So I wasn't educated about not much. And probably in our history textbook, when I describe that Cultural Revolution era, 械斗, we only see the word, the description, but the imagery, like it was not displayed. So it's kind of put into this abstract form of language, and then you kind of can um, find a little bit of a clues of what actually happened during that time. So this is a shackle when I'm searching. Obviously, this is related to the seafaring technology, and it's made of metal instead of wood. Just so you know, this shackle probably is used in a different context to contain something, but in Chinese, originally, the shackle means the containment of a prisoner. All right. Thank you for your time. See you another day.